And slide the buttock flesh down towards your heels. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. And notice the shoulder blades coming together. And they'll lift across the front of your chest. And take a few long, slow, deep inhalations and complete exhalations. And as you exhale, exhale out through the mouth, just to give yourself a little extra boost of letting go. Maybe even have a slight sigh as you exhale. And bring your awareness to your body. Feel the parts of the body resting on the mat, being supported by the floor, by the foundation, by the earth. As you scan your body, just take a moment to notice any place where you might be tight or holding tension. And now bring your awareness to your room, to the temperature, to the movement of the air. Notice the sounds that you hear. Notice the smells. Taste the taste in your mouth. And let your tongue flow to the roof of your mouth just behind your front teeth. Notice the colors, the shapes behind your eyes. And let your eyes float up to 12 o'clock. Make some circles with your eyes. And lift them up to 12 o'clock again and circle in the other direction. And then pause and lift the eyes to 12. Take them to 3, over to 9, and down to 6. And then take them over to 9, across to 3, up to 12, and then once again down to 6. And let the eyes float back to the center of the eye socket. And gently squeeze your eyes. And release, and squeeze, and release, and squeeze, and release. And then just pause. Perhaps you can visualize a white light in the center of your palms, the center of energy. And with each inhalation, that energy spot gets bigger and bigger and grows increasingly until it comes up your arms and moves from your shoulders, down your chest, your belly, to your hips, your thighs, your knees. And it brings a sense of warmth, a sense of relaxation. And then bring your hands together as if cupping that white light in your hands. Pause for a moment and then rub the palms together. Bring your hands to rest at your abdomen. Once they're placed on the abdomen, just feel the weight of your hands. Feel the temperature. Maybe you feel a little pulsing in the center of your palm. Or maybe it's just a little warmer than the rest of your hand. And then breathe into the center of your palms. Lift the belly up. Your inhale and then exhale. Inhale, lift the belly into your palm, into the center of your palm. And exhale. Take a few more breaths. Breathing abdominally. And now take your hands to your ribs. And once again, as you breathe in, expand your ribs into your palms, thinking about that energy center, that white light in the center of your palm. Expand your ribs into the palm centers. And exhale. Inhale, draw the breath in. Expand your ribs into the center of your palm. Breathing into your rib cage, into the diaphragm. Bring your hands to rest at the center of your chest. And let your right hand be on the bottom, let the left hand rest on top. As we breathe into the center of the chest, as we did with the abdomen and the rib cage, lift the chest into the light of your palms. And exhale. Perhaps even imagine lifting the heart into the energy center of your palms. And exhale. Think about the calming, relaxing effect of that white energy. Slide your right hand down to your belly. Leave your left hand rested at the chest. And with each of your inhalations in the 3-part breath, imagine lifting the parts of the body into your palm or into the room, feeling the energy and the relaxation of the white light. So begin by drawing the breath into the belly, from the belly to the ribs, from the ribs to the chest. Exhale in one breath, letting the energy permeate the entire body. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, complete relaxation. Take a few more 3-part breaths. When you finish your last round, bring your arms down by your sides and bring your feet flat to the floor. Your arms at your sides, bring the palms face down and just press the palms down into the floor. Feel the lift in your chest and shoulder blades come together, and then release. Press the hands and the forearms down and release. Press the hands and the forearms down and release. And then gently sway your knees from side to side. Feel the side, the right glute, when your knees are on the right, and then the sacrum, and then feel the left glute as the knees go to the left. And extend your legs. Reach your arms up overhead. Stretch out through the fingertips, press your heels down, lift your kneecaps up, and stretch your body. And then exhale your arms down by your sides. With your inhale, take your arms up, reach behind you, press the heels down gently, lift the kneecaps, press out through the soles of your feet, reach the fingertips away, and then bring your arms down. One last time, inhale, reach up, stretch your arms up, and press out through the soles of your feet. Relax your legs a bit, bring your arms up towards the ceiling, spread your fingers and bring them in, spread and bring them in, spread the fingers and bring them in, and then open and close the hand. And then keep your palms open today and make circles with your wrists. And then pause, go the other way. And then take your left palm up to the ceiling, point the right fingers down, and then switch, and switch, 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 and take both palms up, and then point the fingers and just wave the hands up and down. Bring your palms together and interlace your fingers, and then turn the palms up towards the ceiling. As you press your palms up, relax your shoulders, keep a little bend in your elbows. Bring the backs of your hands to your chest, press your hands down towards your feet. Bring the backs of your hands in and reach your arms up. Fold, keep the hands folded, take the palms behind you. Press out through your palms, press out through the soles of your feet. Release the interlace of your fingers, wiggle your fingers. Bring your arms up towards the ceiling with the palms facing each other. Shrug your shoulders up and bring them down. Shrug the shoulders up and bring them down. Shrug your shoulders up and bring them down. Hold on to opposite elbows, lower them just above your ribs. Make some circles with your arms. Slide your arms to the left and look right. And then slide your arms right and look left. And then reach your arms up to the ceiling. Refold your arms with the other forearm in front. Take them behind you. And rest the arms either on the pillow or on your forehead. Just someplace to let them rest so they're not hanging in your joint. And just as we're here, take another moment to scan your body. Feel the parts of the body touching the mat. Feel the lift in your chest and openness underneath your shoulders. And with your next exhale, lower your forearms down and make circles in the other direction. And then slide the arms right and look left. And slide the arms left, look right. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, take them behind you. Reach and stretch. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. With your toes pointed to the ceiling, scrunch and spread or wiggle your toes. Point and flex your feet. Make some circles with your ankles. And pause and go the other way. Bring your big toes together and sweep the pinky toes to the floor. And then windshield wipe your legs. Slide your heels and tap the backs of your legs. Bend your knees. Either roll to one side or press your hands down into the mat to come up and sit with the legs long in front of us. And hinge forward. Bring your hands to your shins. And just pause here for a moment. Keep your head, your neck, and your spine all in the same alignment, all in the same plane. And then come back up and bend your knees. Take them about as wide as your shoulders. And reach your arms through and either press the fingertips down or your palms, whichever you can reach, and around your back. And then extend your legs and hinge forward. And then come back up. Bend your knees, reach through around your back. And then extend your legs and hinge forward. And last time, bend your knees, reach through around your back. And then extend the legs and hinge forward. Come back up, take the legs as wide as your mat, and just windshield wipe the legs again. Slide your heels and tap the legs. And then take your blocks. So you might need 2 blocks, you might need 1 block. It just depends on the flexibility of your back. And some days things are much more flexible than others. Yesterday, I couldn't get my forehead down onto a block, so we'll see what happens today. So again, you can have your blocks either the lower block flat and then bring the high block, or you can have two high blocks, whatever you need in order to get your forehead down. And just come forward. You just want to rest your forehead on the block. And then slowly come up and set the blocks aside. And then let's come on down onto our backs. If you have a bolster, take it to the top of your mat. Otherwise, bring a blanket down and come on back down onto your back. And once you're down on your mat, lift your hips up, slide the buttock flesh down towards your heels. Excuse me. Walk your hands down towards your feet. And then press your feet, press the back into the mat by doing a pelvic tilt. And release, press your feet, press the back into the mat. And release, and press your feet, press the back into the mat. And release. Draw your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. And then bring the knees together, hug them in, and just hold them here for a moment. Soften your belly. And then rock from side to side. Go as far over as you can without tipping. Make sure you get the whole back part of your body, the rhomboids, the lats, the trapezius, the bottoms of the trapezius. And then let your knees fall away and bring them in close. And then let the knees fall away and bring them in. And let your knees fall away, keep them about hip distance apart, and make circles around your low back and sacrum. And then pause in the middle and make your circles in the other direction. And then bring your knees into your chest. Hold on behind your knees and rock your thighs in and out. And then take your feet flat up to the ceiling. Keep your thighs in at your ribs. Point and flex your feet. Make circles with your ankles. And then go the other way. And then stretch your legs up. Bring them in. Stretch the legs up. And bring them in. And then stretch the legs up. Take your legs wide. And use your hands to bring them in. Take the legs wide. And bring them in. And take your legs wide. And then bring them in. Bring your feet to the floor. And extend your arms and extend your legs. Point your toes. Do a pelvic tilt. And reach your arms away. Relax your legs. Bring your right thigh in towards your chest. And rock it gently in and out. Keep your thigh hugged in. And take your knee all the way over to your left shoulder. And then keep your knee hugged in again and take your knee over to your right shoulder. And then let your knee fall away. Make some circles with your right hip. And pause. And go the other way. And then bring your thigh in towards your ribs. And stretch the leg up. Press your thigh into your hand. Hands press back against the thigh. And bend and straighten a couple of times. And then rock your thigh in and out. Keep your thigh hugged in with a bend in your knee, and then walk your hands up to your ankle, your shin, your calf, wherever, and then stretch the back of your leg. If you can, press out through the ball of your foot. If not, that's fine. And then bring the arch of the right foot to your left knee. Take your right hand out to a T, and bring your knee across to the left and flex your left foot. Come back up to the middle, extend your arms and your legs, point your toes, do a pelvic tilt. And now bring your left thigh in close to your chest and gently rock it in and out. Keep your thigh hugged in, and then take the knee over to your right shoulder. Use your left hand to draw the knee over to your left shoulder. Bring the knee back to the middle and make some circles with your left hip. And then pause and circle in the other direction. And bring your thigh in towards your ribs and stretch the leg up. Hold on behind your thigh. Good. And bend and straighten your leg. And now keep a bend in your leg and rock your thigh in and out. Keep your thigh at your ribs. Walk your hands up and straighten the back of your leg. Bring the arch of the left foot to your right knee, and then draw the knee across to the right. Flex your right foot. Come back up to the middle. Bring both feet to the floor and press your feet, press the back into the mat. And release. Take your feet a step wide up. Press your feet, press the back into the mat. And release. And then take your feet as wide as your mat. Press your feet, press the back into the mat. And release. And then gently rock your knees from side to side. Bring your feet back to hip distance apart. Take your left shin over the right knee. And use your left hand to roll open the left hip. And now bring your knees into your chest and gently rock them in and out. And keep the knees hugged in for a moment. And then take them a couple inches over towards your right shoulder. Feel that stretch maybe in your outer hip and in the glutes. And then come back to the middle. Lower your right foot to the floor, cross the left leg all the way over. And then bring your knees into your chest. Keep the belly soft and rock them in and out. Keep the knees hugged in. And now lower the right foot to the floor, take your left arm out to a T, and lower your knees all the way over to the right, and take your gaze left as long as your neck will allow that. Then look out over your left shoulder. Otherwise, keep your gaze at the ceiling. Come back up to the middle, take your feet as wide as your mat, and gently rock your knees from side to side. And bring your feet back to hip distance apart. Take the right shin over the left knee and use your right hand to roll open your hip. And then bring your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. Keep them hugged in and take the knees over to your left shoulder, just a couple inches. And then come back to the middle, lower your left foot to the floor, cross the right leg all the way over. Keep your belly nice and soft as you bring your knees in towards your chest and rock them in and out. Lower your left foot to the floor. Take your right arm out to a T. Take your knees to the left and look out over your right shoulder if it's comfortable. Otherwise, keep your gaze at the ceiling. Come back up to the middle. Take the feet as wide as your mat. Rock your knees from side to side. Take the knees all the way over to the left. And gently press your knee down towards the floor, just to increase the stretch. Or if you feel like you can take your left ankle just above the right knee. And then come back up to the middle, lower the knees over to the right. Again, you can either gently press the knee down towards the floor or take your right ankle just above the left knee. And then come back up to the middle and take your belt. Let's stretch the legs inner and outer thighs. So grab your belt and bring your left foot up into the belt. And let's just start by lowering and lifting the legs. So take your arms up as close to your foot as you can get for now. And then lower your leg down so that the knees meet. They're even with one another. And then lift up. And then lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And then come back up to perpendicular. Walk your hands up towards the belt again. And bend and straighten. And then stretch the leg up. Hold on to the belt in your left hand. Bring your right hand to your right knee, right hip, sorry. And then exhale, lower the left leg to the left and the right knee to the right. Good. Come back up to the middle. Take the belt in your right hand. Let the right knee go behind the left thigh and then lower the left leg to the right. Come back up to the middle, bend and straighten your leg. And then bring the right leg up and lower the left. And let the leg lower down to be even with your left knee. And lift up. And lower down. And lift. And lower. And lift. And come back to perpendicular. Walk your hands up towards your belt, bend and out towards your foot, bend and straighten your leg. Press the arch of your foot up into the belt. Take the belt into your right hand to the left hip. And as you exhale, lower the right leg to the right and the left knee to the left. And come back up to the middle. Take the belt into your left hand, cross the left thigh behind the right thigh and lower the right leg to the left. Come back up to the middle, take both feet into the belt. Separate your feet hip distance apart. And then press the edges of your feet into the belt. And relax the legs. Take your legs wide. And then rock your knees from side to side. Bring your feet back together And then you can set the belt aside. Extend your legs and extend your arms. Point your toes, do a pelvic tilt. Bring your arms down by your sides, roll to one side, and come on up. And let's come to hands and knees. And once you're on your hands and knees, take the knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders or slightly in front of the shoulders. Slide your hips back and round your back. Then lift your chest and round your back. And lift your chest and round your back. And lift your chest. And then come to a neutral spine. Take the right arm and left leg up. Keep your toes pointed to the floor to balance your hips. And then lower. And then take the left arm and right leg up. Stretch the arm leg away from one another. And lower. Right arm, left leg. And lower. Left arm, right leg. And lower. And then round your back. And lift your chest. And then if you have a blanket on your mat, you can remove the blanket. Take your blocks. Stretch the legs a little more. Step your left foot forward to come into your low lunge. Good. Press down into your blocks to lift up your chest. And then slide your hips back and straighten your left leg. Come back to a low lunge, press down to lift up your chest, and reach your arms up for crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your blocks, step your left foot back. And now step your right foot forward. Press down into your blocks to lift up your chest. Slide your hips back and straighten your right leg. Come back to a low lunge. Press down to lift up your chest. And then reach your arms up. Bring your hands to your blocks. Step your right foot back. And now slide your hips back. Keep your hands on your blocks. Keep your blocks at the height that works best for you. I have mine down on the second level, but if the highest level works better for you, keep the blocks at the higher level. And then press the hips back. And now come forward, lower your hips, lift your chest up as you press down into your block. And then press back to extended child's pose. Come forward, lower your hips, press down, lift your chest. And then press back. One more time, come forward. Lower your hips, roll the shoulders back, lift your chest. You can stay here, or if you want, press the feet down into the mat and lift your thighs. And then lower down, press back to extended child's pose. Good. And then come up to table, step your feet forward. And let's come into forward fold. So bring your blocks out in front of your toes. Have them underneath your shoulders. And then bend and straighten your knees. Remember, it's okay to have a little bend in your knees at all times. A little micro bend. And then straighten your legs. So when I say micro bend, it can be this much, it can be this much, it can be a little bit. You just don't want to press your knees all the way back and lock them out because you can injure yourself by that doing that. You always want to have a little bit of softness in your knees. And then release the blocks and hold on to your opposite elbows and just twist the body from side to side. Come back to the middle, press your feet down into the floor and slowly roll yourself up. Bring your arms up overhead. You can rest them on the crown of your head if you like, or just leave them up there. And then exhale to the right. And inhale up. Exhale left. And inhale up. Bring your arms down just in front of your chest, but keep them folded. Relax the shoulders down. Keep your hips facing forward and twist to the right. Come back to the middle and twist left. And then reach the arms up. Exhale them down by your sides. Bend your knees, roll your shoulders. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. And exhale back. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale with a hop. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Reach your arms up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, lower down. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to the floor. Walk or step your feet back for downward facing dog. Glide forward to plank. Press back for downward dog. Look forward to your hands. Step your left foot forward. And bring it to the left edge of your mat. Now step your right foot in so that your toes point slightly towards the upper right corner of your mat. And now slowly bring yourself up, bring your hands to your thigh. And reach your arms up for warrior one. Now move slowly with these next few moves, okay? Take your arms out to your side. Step one step in with your right leg. And then step the right leg out in front of you. So remember, you can always use a piece of furniture if you need to. Bring your left hand to the outside of the right knee and open up to the right. And then come back to the middle. Bring your right hand to the inside of the right knee and open to the left. Come back to the middle. Bring your hands to your heart. Take your ankle over the left knee and sit back. And then press down to come up. Bring the right foot to the floor. Bend your knees. Reach your arms out in front of you. If you have a shoulder issue, bring the hands straight out for chair. And then slowly fold forward. And then inhale halfway up. Lower down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway and lower. Bend your knees a lot. Bring your hands to the floor. Walk or step your feet back for downward dog. Glide forward, plank. Press back for downward dog. Look forward to your hands. Step your right foot forward. Bring it to the right edge of your mat. Step your left foot in. Bring it to the left edge of your mat and have your toes point to the left corner of your mat. Slowly bring yourself up. Bring your hands to your thigh. And then reach your arms up for warrior one. Take your arms to your sides. Step the left foot in and then bring it up, out in front. Take your right arm to the outside of the left knee and twist to the left. And then come back to the middle, bring the left hand to the inside of the left knee, twist to the right. Come back to the middle, bring your hands to the center of your chest, cross the left ankle over the right knee, sit back. And then press down into the right leg, bring your left foot down onto the floor, next to the right, bend your knees a lot, reach your arms out for chair. Hinge forward, inhale up halfway, lower down, inhale all the way up. Exhale your arms down by your sides. Bend your knees and roll your shoulders. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale with a ha. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. And then come to the middle of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. And then step your feet wide. Turn your right toes out to 90 degrees. And turn your left toes in. Soften your right knee and turn the right knee towards the back, towards the pinky toe. And then straighten your leg. Make sure your ankle and your knee and your hip make a nice straight line down your leg. And then reach your arms out to a T. Reach with your right arm, bend into your right hip. Bring your hand to your shin. The back hand can either come to your hip or you can take it all the way up for a triangle. Press down into your feet. Inhale, reach up, wrap that top arm around your waist. Reverse your triangle. Come back to arms parallel. Reach back with the left arm. Now bend your right knee. Warrior two. Look out over your right fingertips. Inhale, straighten your right leg, reach your arms up. Exhale and bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. And let's just hold. And then reach back with the left arm, straighten your right leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. And now take your left toes out to 90 degrees. Turn your right toes in. Soften your knee. Turn your thigh and straighten your leg. Reach your arms to a T. Relax your shoulders. Reach with the left arm. Bend into your left hip. Bring your hand to your shin. Right hand can come either to your hip or all the way up. And breathe. Don't forget that, it's critical. And then press down into your feet. Wrap that top arm around the back of your waist. Reach up for reverse triangle. Bring your arms back to parallel. Reach back with the right arm. Bend your left knee. Look out over your left fingertips. Inhale, reach up, straighten your front leg and reach the arms up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale and lower down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale and lower. Reach back with your right arm, straighten the left leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. Heel toe or hop or step your feet together, and then come to the top of your mat and reach your arms up. Slowly fold forward, bend your knees, bring your hands down, come down onto your knees, roll to one hip, take your legs out in front of you, and then slide yourself down onto your mat, bring your knees into your chest, and gently rock your knees in and out. Take your knees as wide as your shoulders, and then rock from side to side. Bring your feet to the floor with your feet about hip distance apart. Bring your arms down by your sides. And then press your arms and your shoulders into the floor as you float your hips up towards the ceiling. And then lower the hips down. Press your arms and shoulders into the mat. Let your hips float to the ceiling. And then lower down. This time when you lift your hips, take your arms up overhead. So here we go. Inhale, lift up, take the arms up as you raise your hips up. And then exhale, bring the arms down by your sides. You can always just do the regular bridge if you don't want to do this dynamic bridge. Inhale, reach up, stretch the arms, lift your hips. And then exhale and lower. One more time. Lift your hips up, take the arms behind you, and then exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. Rock your knees from side to side. Bring your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. And then bring your feet to the floor and extend your legs. Extend your arms, point your toes to a pelvic tilt. And then exhale your arms down by your sides, and you can prepare for Shavasana. In traditional Shavasana, the feet roll out to the corners of your mat. Your arms are by your sides at about a 45-degree angle. And there are many variations here. You can bring your feet to the floor, turn your toes into one another, let the knees come together to release the lower back and the sacrum. You can put a bolster or blankets underneath your knees, or take a block and bring it underneath your hips, and then take the legs up. Whatever's your most favorite position. Let your breath begin to come back to its natural rhythm. Relax your legs. Relax your hips. Relax your belly. Your chest and your shoulders. Let the skin on your neck, your face, and your scalp be soft. Imagine now that the white light from your palms has traveled to the crown of your head. And as it rests at the crown of your head, it sprays out and then rains drops of healing energy and relaxation onto your body, penetrating the skin, bringing relief and relaxation. And slowly you can bring some movement back into your bodies. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. And slowly roll onto your right side. Pause for just a moment. And take a long, slow, deep breath in. And a long, slow, complete breath out. And then bring yourself up to come and sit comfortably in Sukhasana or any other position that's comfortable for you. And then bring your hands to the center of your chest and lower your head, reminding us to surrender the busy thinking mind to the wisdom and intuition that resides in the heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way home. Namaste.